USS John C. Stennis, designated CVN-74, stands as one of the most formidable symbols of American naval power, a floating city built not only for war but for sustained global presence. Named after Senator John C. Stennis of Mississippi, a strong supporter of the United States Navy, this Nimitz-class nuclear-powered aircraft carrier represents decades of engineering excellence, strategic thinking, and operational experience. When you see a carrier like John C. Stennis cutting through the ocean, you are not just looking at a ship, but at a sovereign airbase at sea, capable of influencing events thousands of miles from American shores. Construction of USS John C. Stennis began in the late Cold War era, with the ship being laid down in 1991 and commissioned into the U.S. Navy in December 1995. At over 1,092 feet long and with a full load displacement exceeding 100,000 tons, it is among the largest warships ever built. Its massive flight deck stretches over 4.5 acres, providing enough space to launch, recover, refuel, and rearm dozens of high-performance combat aircraft in rapid succession. Despite its immense size, the ship is designed for speed and agility, capable of reaching speeds over 30 knots, powered by 2 nuclear reactors that can operate for more than 2 decades without refueling. The nuclear propulsion system is one of the defining features of USS John C. Stennis. Unlike conventionally powered carriers, it does not rely on fossil fuels for propulsion, allowing it to remain at sea for extended periods limited mainly by crew endurance and food supplies. This capability gives the carrier unmatched operational flexibility. It can reposition quickly across vast oceans, respond to crises without logistical delays, and maintain a constant presence in key regions. This endurance has made John C. Stennis a cornerstone of U.S. naval strategy in the Pacific and Middle East for many years. On board the carrier, life operates at an extraordinary scale. The ship is home to a crew of more than 5,000 sailors, including the ship's company and the embarked air wing. This floating community functions like a small city, complete with its own power generation, water desalination plants, medical facilities, kitchens, and even a post office. Every day, thousands of meals are prepared, millions of gallons of water are processed, and complex maintenance tasks are carried out, all while flight operations continue around the clock. The coordination required to keep this environment running smoothly is a testament to naval discipline and training. At the heart of USS John C. Stennis combat power is its carrier air wing. Over the years, the ship has hosted various air wings equipped with F/A-18 Hornet and Super Hornet fighter jets, EA-18G Growler electronic warfare aircraft, E-2 Hawkeye airborne early warning planes, C-2 Greyhound logistics aircraft, and MH-60 Seahawk helicopters. Together, these aircraft give the carrier the ability to conduct air superiority missions, precision strikes, electronic warfare, reconnaissance, logistics support, and anti-submarine operations. From the flight deck, pilots can launch missions that reach deep inland, projecting power far beyond the horizon. The flight deck itself is one of the most dangerous and impressive workplaces in the world. Aircraft are launched using powerful steam catapults, accelerating jets from zero to takeoff speed in just a few seconds. Arresting gear cables bring landing aircraft to a complete stop in a similarly dramatic fashion. Every movement on the deck is controlled through precise choreography, with sailors wearing color-coded jerseys that indicate their specific roles, from aircraft handling and maintenance to ordnance loading and safety supervision. One small mistake can have serious consequences, which is why training and discipline are relentless. Throughout its service life, USS John C. Stennis has played a major role in numerous global operations. The carrier has deployed multiple times to the Persian Gulf, Arabian Sea, and Western Pacific, supporting U.S. and Allied operations during periods of heightened tension. After the September 11 attacks, the ship played a key role in Operation Enduring Freedom, launching air strikes against terrorist targets in Afghanistan. In later years, it supported operations in Iraq and Syria, contributing to coalition efforts against extremist groups. Each deployment demonstrated the carrier's ability to deliver sustained combat power from the sea. Beyond combat operations, USS John C. Stennis has also been a powerful tool of diplomacy and humanitarian assistance. Port visits around the world have allowed sailors to engage with partner nations, conduct joint exercises, and strengthen alliances. These missions show the carrier not just as an instrument of war, but as a symbol of commitment to regional stability and cooperation. In times of natural disaster, carriers like John C. Stennis can provide critical support, including medical aid, logistics, and helicopter operations, thanks to their onboard resources and mobility. Technologically, the ship represents the pinnacle of late 20th century naval design, but it has continuously evolved through upgrades and refits. Over the years, USS John C. Stennis has undergone major maintenance periods, including refueling and complex overhaul processes, where its nuclear reactors are refueled and its systems modernized. These upgrades ensure that the carrier remains relevant against modern threats, integrating improved radar systems, communications, defensive weapons, and information networks. This constant evolution allows the ship to operate effectively alongside newer carriers and advanced Allied forces. Defense is another critical aspect of the carrier's design. While the air wing provides the primary offensive and defensive reach, USS John C. Stennis is also equipped with its own self-defense systems. These include missile defense systems, close-in weapon systems, and electronic countermeasures designed to protect the ship against aircraft, missiles, and asymmetric threats. Additionally, the carrier rarely operates alone. It is usually at the center of a carrier strike group, accompanied by guided missile cruisers, destroyers, submarines, and supply ships, creating a layered defensive shield across air, surface, and subsurface domains. The human element of USS John C. Stennis is just as important as its technology. The sailors and aviators who serve aboard come from diverse backgrounds, united by a shared mission and a demanding lifestyle. Long deployments, separation from families, and the pressure of high-tempo operations are part of daily life. Yet, these challenges also forge strong bonds and a deep sense of pride. Traditions, ceremonies, and shared experiences help maintain morale and remind the crew of the ship's legacy and purpose. As newer classes of aircraft carriers, such as the Gerald R. Ford class, enter service, USS John C. Stennis represents a bridge between generations of naval warfare. It carries the lessons of Cold War deterrence, post-9/11 counterterrorism operations, and modern great power competition. Even as technology advances, the fundamental concept it embodies remains unchanged: the ability to project air power from the sea, independently and decisively, anywhere in the world. The legacy of USS John C. Stennis is not just written in deployment records or technical specifications, but in the thousands of missions flown from its deck and the countless sailors who have called it home. It stands as a reminder of how naval power shapes global security, deters conflict, and responds to crises. For those who have served aboard, it is more than steel and machinery, it is a living symbol of duty, sacrifice, and national strength. When you look at the USS John C. Stennis sailing across the open ocean, you are witnessing more than a warship on patrol. You are seeing decades of innovation, strategy, and human effort combined into one of the most powerful instruments ever put to sea. Its presence sends a clear message of readiness and resolve, proving that as long as ships like John C. Stennis sail the world's oceans, the balance of power at sea remains firmly in capable hands.